That's who they met with yesterday.
They didn't put it on the calendar then.
Well, it should have been the one after Doug, because they actually met with Ken, which is Doug's dad.
No, they didn't have it in there after that.
It must have been a.
He must have been a walk-in.
Yeah,
Okay.
which figures. Oh, I sent an email out about him.
Thing in seats for the other commissioners. Do you need us to?
They are on Zoom.
Oh, they're on Zoom. Okay, good.
So you're fine.
It's today.
Well, there's Carl.
Good morning.
Morning.
Morning, Carl.
I have to join you by Zoom today. There's a Board of Control meeting at 10 o'clock that I have to also Zoom off to.
No pun intended, right?
Exactly.
James Henson.
Okay. That's the dude that was there yesterday, James Henson.
Tony, it's James Henson. That's who was in it, talking very loudly.
The judge?
No, old farmer. Pretty sure he's an old farmer. Well, I know he's an old farmer. I doubt he was.
I told Lanny Schrader, Haverfield, first on.
Yeah.
Bucks are favored by 13.5, Daryl.
That's too many.
83% of the actions on Ohio State. You know what that usually means?
Too many.
They don't build pyramids in Vegas for being wrong. What do you think, Carl?
Well, I'm willing to take Ohio State, give the points, and I'll bet you Daryl's salary for the week.
83% of the action
Yep.
usually means the book's gonna win.
Well, Ohio State's got a quarterback that's a freshman, but that's sure that's affected it. But I did see that he was projected to be the Big Ten's Offensive Player of the Year, and he's never played a game.
No, you misunderstood. Everyone's taking Ohio State.
That's what I mean. But,
Oh,
you know,
okay.
yeah. If it wasn't for that, 99% of the people would be taking Ohio State.
Oh, here we go. It's already started with the Buckeye fans.
Hey, I went to OU. I'm not a Buckeye fan, okay?
Is this Captain Frank's last year or is he done?
Oh, he already retired.
Captain Morgan Solich?
Yep, he retired in the offseason.
They found him passed out with his head on a steering wheel in the wrong way in a one-way street. He tried the I was drug defense.
Hey, if any coach in the country is going to do that, you know it's going to be in Athens, Ohio, right?
You're damn right.
I heard Nebraska wanted to hire him back.
Boy, they fired him and look at, yeah.
Yeah.
You wish for. Same with Pelini. They fired Bo Pelini.
All Solich did was become the all-time winningest coach in the history of the MAC.
Yeah, he's a good coach. They made a big mistake. I think Nebraska needs to reassess with the current landscape of college football, what their expectations are.
Well, they might want to merge with Notre Dame. Maybe they'll make one good team.
I don't know about that. Notre Dame seems to make the playoffs with regularity in
Well, you know,
Did him twice.
the past 3 years.
the Washington Generals get to play the Globetrotters every
18-20.
night too.
What's that?
The Washington Nationals get to play the Harlem Globetrotters every night too. How's that work out?
There's only been about 5 teams that have made the playoffs twice, and I think Notre Dame's one of them, don't you, Dan?
And how many rings, Tony?
It's not easy to win rings, Carl. If rings are the standard, there'd only be
Buckeyes.
5 teams playing.
Buckeyes have done it.
Yeah. Well, I say right now, there's 3 teams better than everyone else.
Yeah.
Ohio State, Clemson, and Bama. Then you have that Georgia, Oklahoma, Notre Dame tier, right? Those
Hey,
are your squads.
You're completely leaving out
LSU.
Bishop's. You're leaving out Bishop Sycamore.
How did those guys have jobs?
Why did, what was the deal with that?
Oh, you ought to read the article. It's a series of incompetence by ESPN and the marketing company. They just didn't do their homework, right, Carl?
Yeah, and ESPN is blaming the marketing company
Of course.
entirely, saying we don't set up the schedules, we just broadcast the games. And
Yeah, we know, we've heard a lot of blaming of past things.
but when a school is not a part of the OHSAA,
Yeah,
that should be a red flag to start
You
with.
think?
Yeah.
They played a game on Friday.
And they lost.
Here today.
38-0. They lost. What was the final score?
It could have been 100. The IMG called off the Dogs. It was 51-0.
It's your ID tag.
Sponsor.
You like those race
Carl,
cars?
you think this Shelby team's better than the one with the Virginia QB a couple years ago?
Boy, I don't know. It's too early to tell. Brennan Armstrong was an amazing athlete at quarterback, so it's too early to tell. They get a
This
great
kid-
receiving core.
This kid's pretty good though that they have.
Oh, he definitely is. But Brennan Armstrong could be if he wasn't, could be a Heisman guy if he wasn't playing in Virginia. He's that good.
I think that's a stretch, Carl.
Well, wait and see.
He's good. I don't know if he's Heisman good.
You know,
This guy at Shelby could be the second best quarterback ever out of Richland County, and he's still way behind Armstrong.
They're good though as a team, man.
They are.
Good.
Who's the quarterback in Shelby?
Gary, it's Emmer's wife's nephew. Yeah, it's Gary
That help you?
Shepard. Shepard.
Shepherd.
yeah, it's Marshall Shepard.
So
Dad worked at the Tubi as well.
I give credit to the offensive line coach.
Are you related?
It's my oldest
Your oldest brother?
Son.
son.
Your son's an offensive line coach?
And
I can't. Shelby needs to do some retooling.
I think of every team that's won any championship had a very good offensive line.
Well, then Shelby's host.
And this is your meeting and mine. Yeah, okay.
I get to pretend to be Daryl. Call the meeting to order.
Text this morning. You haven't?
It's on the way.
Ooh, it is 9:00. And I would like to bring the joint county ditch petition for ditch number 21-001, the Black Fork River to order. I'm Cliff Mears, the president of the Joint Board of Commissioners. With us, we have Archie from WMFD, Adam Gove, our county engineer, Wallace and Erica Thomas from Soil and Water, Carl Hunnell from Richland Source, Al Lawrence from the News Journal. And do we have all 3 county commissioners online?
Yes, we do. We have Doug Weisenhour, Tim Lay, Larry Schmidt, and Clerk Kim Young.
Wonderful, thank you. And also we have my fellow commissioners, Tony Vero and Daryl Banks. And we're here to meet to ensure accordance with Ohio Revised Code 6131-12. And in the public hearing on August 5th, 2021, the joint board made the following motion. Commissioner Banks moved to approve the petition finding the proposed improvement necessary, conducive to the public welfare, and reasonably certain that the benefits outweigh the cost. That was seconded by Tony Vero, and we're here to clarify that the petition was accepted as is, with no changes to the route and termini, new word, termini, of the proposed improvement and of the branches, spurs, and laterals thereof, and the manner of constructing the same. Is there any discussion before I call for the vote? Okay. Can I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, we will call for the vote.
Commissioner Weisenhour.
Yes.
Commissioner Lay,
Yes.
Commissioner Schmidt,
Yes.
Commissioner Banks,
Yes.
Commissioner Vero,
Yes.
Commissioner Mears,
Yes. Second order of business is to order, again, according to Ohio Revised Code 6131.12, order the Richland County Auditor to transfer $166,075 from the general fund to the Black Fork Ditch Fund 527. And that is 25% of the all the costs, the construction costs and so on, identified by Adam Gove at the August 5th meeting.
I'll make that motion.
Can we make Crawford pay for it?
No.
Where's the hash?
Worth a shot.
Those were nice donuts you sent us, by the way.
You're welcome. Second that motion.
Commissioner Weisenhour,
Yes.
Commissioner Lay,
Yes.
Commissioner Schmidt,
Yes.
Commissioner Banks,
Yes.
Commissioner Vero,
Yes.
Commissioner Mears,
Yes. The third order of business, I'll
I only hesitated there because I feel funny being a Crawford County Commissioner ordering the Richland County Auditor to transfer money.
Yeah, we like that.
We'll work on that and changes in the law. Let me get a hold of Rome and Chuck.
last order of business I'll state, but then I'll turn it over to Adam Gove, our county engineer, to discuss the dates on this. So we would like to order the Richland County engineer, Adam Gove, to prepare reports, plans, and schedules as provided in sections 6131.01 and 6131.64 of the revised code, and to fix a date for the filing of those reports, plans, and schedules. So, Adam, do you have a proposed date?
Should be next week.
Okay, all right.
I guess I would request that we look at May 31st of 22. We're going to need the winter to do the inventory. Because we've done an inventory based on drone footage and an earlier canoe trip down the Black Fork. But we really need to get in and identify and mark those trees that need to come down and get a good grasp on the inventory of log jams that are existing in the river now. So the best time to do that would be over the winter. Leaves are off, vegetation's down, and you can get along the bank on that whole 18-mile stretch of river. Because this is a project that will involve cutting down trees, there's only certain dates we can do that because of the Indiana black bat or brown bat, excuse me. So there are EPA and environmental restrictions on
What are the
actually perform.
could do that, Adam? For
You
those?
can only cut trees of this type between, I want to say September, end of September to the end of March.
So if this moves forward, we actually wouldn't be removing trees until September of next year, right?
Didn't do it before that.
October of next year.
September, October next year.
Correct.
We're still over a year away.
Correct.
Okay. That's not to give a presumption that this is going to move forward. I'm just trying to set a timetable.
Right.
Yeah.
That's at the earliest,
Right.
Log jam.
I think Adam would have to walk it in February, right?
obviously.
Careful.
Yeah. Yeah, you could remove log jams sooner than that because they're
They're already
down.
right. Any other trees that wouldn't be considered a log jam?
Correct.
That would have to, they.
You're probably not going to have somebody in there multiple times. They're going to want to move in, pull
Right.
log jams, take trees down, all on their way through.
Right.
Getting the log jams out, it's probably gonna be a lot easier if you count some of the trees.
Correct. And they're,
Cut until September 2022. Is that correct? Is that what you're saying?
you could do it this year from
From this September,
from
next month.
September to
But he's going to have his report till May of next year. So the
Yeah.
answer to that question is
winter to do the inventory.
Right, yeah. And you gotta have the contractors to do this.
We'll have to, you have to get,
So it wouldn't be happening this month,
No.
next month rather, September. What's the reason for that window?
Hibernacular for the bats, for the Indiana bat.
it's an endangered species.
All right.
Okay.
Don't worry. Any discussion on that Time frame? Anyone?
I think it's a reasonable request, May 21st.
So we need to include that date in our motion, Stacy.
Yes.
All right,
You said May 31st, right?
May 30th.
May 31st.
Yeah.
motion that the engineer prepare reports, plans, and schedules as provided in section 6131.01 through 6131.64 of the Ohio Revised Code by May 31st, 2022, which would include the filing of said items.
So moved.
Tony moved.
You moved.
I moved.
Well, I'll second. Can the president second?
Sure.
I did.
Commissioner Weisenauer,
Yes.
Commissioner Lay,
Yes.
Commissioner Schmidt,
Yes.
Banks,
Yes.
Rivera,
Yes.
Commissioner Mears,
Yes. Any further business to come for this group?
A couple of questions, if I could.
Absolutely.
No.
Okay, good. Why the need to clarify the petition that you voted on back on August 5th? What was the issue with what was done at that public hearing?
Well, upon review, we wanted to make sure we buttoned up these things. This is our first go around in a ditch petition. And so following the meeting, we wanted to ensure that these things were taken care of. And so we called the meeting for now.
Carl, the Ohio Revised Code says that the Board of Commissioners will determine the route and termini of the improvement. And we didn't use those words in the motion, so I just
Okay.
asked them to clarify.
And
Okay.
people could have requested extending it through last Thursday, so we had to wait till after that.
Okay. And Adam, with 166,000 coming into the Black Fork Ditch Fund, how will that money initially, or how will that money be used in terms of starting this process?
It'll be basically used for planning. Any hours we've spent so far on developing plan or the initial cost, estimated cost, and then just going forward, having someone to go out and do the inspection of trees, marking trees that need to come down, inspection of log jams during the winter. Basically just man hours at this point for planning.
Okay, now, do you anticipate someone from your office doing that inspections and marking, or is that something that's likely going to have to get contracted out?
We've talked with Soil and Water, and I think they may be willing to take that on. So that'll be an agreement between the two entities that we'll have to work out. If they're not able to, then we would have to hire a consultant to do that inventory.
That's Adam's way of saying he's not doing it, Carl.
And
Well, yeah. Well, there are many things I've seen county engineers' offices do over the years, but going out and inspecting trees and marking them wasn't one of them. So I thought I better ask that question.
Oh, Tom Beck would have done it with a smile.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Cliff Mears has volunteered as their
Right.
liaison help out.
Right.
too.
Yeah, nobody wants to trust me with a chainsaw, man.
It's not a chainsaw, it's just inventory, pal. You don't get a chainsaw.
Oh, well, I haven't used spray paint since I was a senior in high school.
What's spray paint? I've never used it.
And one final question, Adam, any changes in your estimates since that public hearing back earlier this month?
No, there won't be any change until we get to a final cost at the end of the planning stage.
And that'll be in your May 31st report?
Correct.
Okay. That's all I had.
Mr. Lawrence, anything?
Yeah, I've got one question since I didn't go to the public meeting. What was your estimated cost at that time?
Let me have that. I didn't bring it with me.
664, Al, approximately. That's the first go around though. Remember, after the first go through, you can only maintain 20% of the first go through in the fund.
Yeah, 664,300.
What was that again, please?
$664,300.
I just added that by 0.2. Came up with it that way.
And so that, in other words, that figure was based on what you saw in your initial review of the 18 miles.
Correct.
I think that's the only question I had.
Then I'll make a motion, we adjourn.
Second.
Mr. Weisenhour. Lay,
Yes.
Larry?
Yes.
Commissioner Barrow,
Yes.
Commissioner Mears.
Yes. I'd like to thank our fellow commissioners in Crawford County. Thanks for joining us today.
Oh, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Good to see
Take
you.
care, guys.
All right, we'll stand recess at 9.
Okay, it is 9:30. This is the Richland County Board of Commissioners for Tuesday, August the 31st. We have the media that here, I see Carl and Al are both on our Zoom. We have been joined by the jail and by the sheriff. And I apologize. I'm
Lieutenant Myers.
Lieutenant Myers
There's
and Sheriff Sheldon.
8,000 Myers around here.
Spelled
Two
different.
and
I'm the best one.
But it's none as good as he is.
Right.
Best one.
We've been joined by the best Myers, Sheriff Sheldon. Okay, and you gentlemen have some budget shortages you want to talk about?
Yes, in our medical line item, medical supplies line item. So we're requesting 50,000 additional to round out the year. We've had increase in medication costs, COVID supplies, PPE, COVID tests, stuff like that. So it's kind of left us a little short. Plus our contract expires in November, so we'll have an additional cost come in at that
Are
point.
you able to separate the costs specifically related to COVID? We have CARES money, and then we also have our Rescue Plan Act money.
I believe
Utilize.
Rose already put that in, and there's some money in there that needs, but she needed permission to be reimbursed for it. It's around $7,000, she
Oh,
thought.
out of the 50,000, it's only 7?
Yes,
Okay, well, that's 7.
right. That's the number that she thought it was. She didn't look it up specifically, but she thought that what she had put in there was around $7,000.
Have her take a look at it and see if we can.
That might be increased. And Chris sent us an email also.
Yeah, the medications have gone up quite a bit this year. It's passed. There's been a significant increase in that
What kind of medications you talking about?
for the inmates.
For what kind of
It could be anything, any type of medication other than narcotics.
prescription medication?
Prescription medication, correct?
Prescription medication.
Yes, yes.
And no narcotics. We don't pass out narcotics in the jail.
So do you have the actual documentation of the monies that you guys are going to be short?
I do not.
Chris had it done.
Understood. Well, then why don't we do this? You get it to us when you can. And then we could take a look. I don't think it's necessary for you guys to get back on the agenda for the medical piece unless there's more. But then we can take a look at where we need to get the money.
And have her check and see if we can get more of this on the COVID.
And I think really at the beginning of the year too, if I remember correctly, we thought that there might be, even when we're doing the budget preparation for 2021, we thought this was one of the line items that might be short.
Yeah, I don't know what the requested was versus what we got, what was that versus what was requested.
I have to go look in that.
Yeah, I don't know the exact numbers, but I would venture to guess there was some, it was dropped down a little bit from what was requested.
This is to get you through the end of the calendar year.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what we need to do through the end of the calendar year. And I think that's the discussion that we had too was, come back in September, basically, because I think we thought a year ago that it was going to be short.
Say the contract is up in November,
Yes,
but you think this will get us through the end of the,
correct.
okay.
Correct.
And why don't we do that then?
Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Appreciate it very much.
I'll call you when the meeting's over.
Okay. And then we have another meeting on Thursday.
Right.
That we need to, I won't be here Thursday, but the staff will be completely here.
Okay.
Any questions from the news media?
I was going to ask if there's one, does the sheriff's office contract with one particular supplier for its medications? Or is that something that just depends on the medication needed?
We do have one supplier. We use Hirsch Drugs here locally that supplies all of our medications, prescription medications to the jail.
At a discount.
At a discounted rate.
And if I could, Lieutenant Myers, could I get you to spell your first and last name for me?
It's James, James, and Myers.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Not only is there a lot of Myers, but there's a lot of ways to spell it.
There is. Yeah, there is.
Okay, well, thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much.
Well, let's do the other while we're have the time. And the first thing another would be to record the certify the record of the proceedings for the 26th of August.
Just have a question. I could be wrong with respect to the mobile camera. Did it need Wi-Fi? I thought it was actually just a data signal. Was it actually Wi-Fi?
Fire, they couldn't
Okay,
store it.
make sure. All right, motion to approve.
Second.
So we were talking about the cell coverage in Lucas.
Commissioner Banks,
Yes.
Commissioner Barrow,
Yes.
Commissioner Mears.
Yes.
Okay. And can we get approval of the requisitions?
So moved.
Commissioner Banks,
Yes.
Barrow,
Yes.
Commissioner Mears.
Then we have the approve the North End appropriations and transfers. Yeah.
Or that. Deanna's putting through requisitions. So moved.
Second.
Banks,
Yes.
Commissioner Barrow,
Yes.
Commissioner Mears.
Any other gentlemen?
Got nothing.
Any questions? Hearing
Nope.
none, we will stand adjourned and recess. We will recess until 10:30, when we will be meeting with the other IT. Thank you.
Put your camera back there.
That's where Blink 101.
No,
Hey, just shut up, sit down and say yes.
no. Good spreadsheet. Have fun with that.
It is what it is.
Some auditing whiz in another county did it too. It's like,
Okay, it is. Now it's 10:30, and this is the Board of County Commissioners back in session. And we have been joined by the auditor, Pat Dropsy, Matt Hill, and Sherry Hyde. And we're going to talk about notifications, right?
Correct.
The reason why we wanted to have this meeting is we're at the point now where we want to implement the program. And we want to at least discuss this with you gentlemen about who is going to be authorized to do what. Whether they're going to go through somebody centrally or whether they're going to deal with it. Like, we understand the sheriff because like they're used to dealing stuff with snow emergencies and stuff. So they make their declarations. But then you get other departments that are going to have the ability to put information out to the public. And I guess my only reason for coming here today is to see what you guys want. If you want to create, like, does everybody have to go through you guys, through IT, through whoever? Or are you just going to let every department do what they want? Which I'm not sure that's what you really want to
in the
do.
course of your conversations with this company, curious as to how other counties do it. Have you had conversations with other counties?
Not other counties, but with our contact with WINS, the company who provides it. Other counties allow departments to use it at their own. Now, we do have to have rules because we are a .gov. So I can't have anybody putting, like, Pat's running for an elected office. So we can't say, hey, go support Pat. We're not allowed to do that per our .gov because this will flow to our website. And if the .gov finds out that we did that, we will lose our .gov. So there are some rules that are involved in this. You can remind citizens that there's an election coming up, whether it's in a township board or whatever, but that's it. You cannot support a particular person for an office.
So in other words, we can't make sure to vote for Cliff Mears come 2022.
.gov will shut us down. They run a,
Oh, come on, it's worth it.
no, it is not.
We'll be a renegade.
We pay $400
GOVV.
So we pay $400 a year for .gov, and if we break that rule, they'll take it from us completely. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. It's you do it, you're done.
So this is a notification service people sign up for,
Yes. So you can, I mean,
not just county employees.
not just county employees. So
Public, just like-
it's for the public. You guys can sign up for it. I mean,
Is that why you're wearing a freedom shirt today?
no, this is just how I wear. So honoring those who have served. So
So may I ask this question though?
yes,
Is this just to sign up? I mean, we still control the messages that go out, right?
what we're
That's
talking
why
about,
we're
the
asking.
messages that go out. How do
Okay.
we deal with that?
so say, okay, so it's dog license time. So that starts beginning of December, I believe.
Yes.
So does Pat have to email or send something to you guys to get approval? Or
Which I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I think, I can't believe other counties allow all other agencies to send out countywide blasts. I think there's got to be some sort of,
Well, we either have to have rule book, and then there'll be interpretations of that, or we have to
could
have,
you imagine, right?
I mean, for me personally, I would not want IT to have to be in that position. I would rather it come through the commissioners.
You mean the approval, but then IT sends the blast out.
Right,
Or-
right. And the reason
I
why
would
I say
want.
that is, as I explained to IT, it doesn't matter who does what. 99% of the time, you guys get blamed for it.
Right.
If something doesn't go right. So my viewpoint has always been, let's run it by the commissioners. Let the commissioners have their input.
We don't have any kind of template that other people use that we can apply.
get creative.
You got all kinds of problems that
Well, one thing we were also thinking of is still allowing the departments to send their own out, but they have to have approval from commissioners first.
Which is what we just said, right?
Right.
Yeah, and that allows them to still just log in, but they have to wait until they have a yay or a nay from you guys.
I would,
Get the message right away, whoever's doing it,
well, most of it's.
because this is really time sensitive stuff.
not necessarily-
Not all.
Not all will be.
That's why I'm.
EMA,
Okay, so
there's a tornado coming, it'll be here in 10 minutes.
So there's two departments that would not be covered in this. That'd be Sheriff's Office and Emergency Management.
And
Um,
commissioners.
You guys hold your own.
So they're not covered.
I would say no,
That could
because,
be your rule, that could be part of your rules
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
and the reason why I'm thinking
for emergency.
is because part of this was to get IT out of the situation, because if I know it's snowing, I have to keep looking at my email all night long
Right.
and making sure everything hits the website and our social media. So this was a way for that to go out. Also with BOLOs, missing persons, silver alerts, things like that.
Yep.
That stuff has to go out immediately. Now EMA, they're another one. This system, if you sign up for it, it has NOAA alerts in there. So you will receive an alert from NOAA saying, hey, there's tornado watch, tornado warning, whatever.
I'm sorry, I have to interrupt.
National Association, it's the
It's
National
the weather service.
Okay, and what's BOLO?
Be on the lookout.
That would be law
So
enforcement.
we're looking for a car or we're looking for a suspect. That's usually what the sheriff's department sends out, is those types of things.
So
But
yeah, I agree with that. You let other departments create it, but it requires approval from us. Either however, we'll learn the approval system except for EMA, Sheriff's Department, and our office, which we can send out our own message.
because it would have been nice when Juneteenth happened.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that had no idea, and we weren't the only ones because the city shut down too. So there's a lot of people that are like, oh,
Well, they didn't shut down. They just moved the holiday.
or they moved it. Yeah, that's what
They don't act as quickly as
Yeah.
county.
So, I mean, those, like I said, those are the only two departments that I believe should just be able to do whatever they need to do, because theirs is
Agreed.
life threatening
With the rules.
with the rules.
But I also, I would like to have some kind, people other than those two departments should not expect to give us here's what we want to send out at 2:00, and they better not expect us at 2:02.
Well, that's on them, right? If they want something out and done, they got to get it to us in time for us to approve it when we can approve it.
I would say 24, 48 hours
Yeah.
prior to it.
Yeah.
Look, it isn't going to be a lot, and that's why we have to be the gatekeepers, right? But, right. I mean, I don't even know if we'd want to do, don't forget your dog tags. I mean, I think if you use it too much, people don't pay attention to it.
There's one county, I think it's Erie uses this, and they have like all their recreational leagues are on there. So men's soccer rec league, women's soccer rec league. I mean, it has all kinds of,
Sign up for that.
but yes, you sign up for that.
Everybody gets every notice.
Exactly. So if you sign up for,
Okay.
so it's not all
Go
in.
online and pick which messages you want to receive.
Yeah. So like Parks Department. So Jason has bike trail notifications in case it's closed or the mowing, whatever. Camp Mohana and Gorman Nature Center. So if I just want Gorman, because I live in Lexington, I'll just sign up for Gorman. I don't have to sign up for B&O.
Okay.
So you don't have to sign up for every single thing. So if you just want sheriff's notifications, that's all you get. I mean, it has, Stacy, I'm going to send you a link and I'll show you what the landing,
Can you sign up on the county's website?
we have
There'll be a link. to
there's
get
a
to the
landing
website.
page.
Yeah.
You sending me a link where?
Are you logged in with Google Chat on that computer?
No, I'm not signed into any of that.
Do you have,
Can.
do you have, are you signed into email with the Zoom email address?
I can be though.
Whichever one's easier.
It doesn't matter. What do you want me to do?
Chat's fine.
So sign into my email.
Yeah.
I can't sign.
But I also think something that you guys need to consider is, let's say the health department. What type of options does the health department want to present to the public as far as when it comes to signing up? So it's not just going to be like something we're going to be able to do like in a day or two. Probably, there's probably going to have to be some type of interaction between your office and IT and the departments. So what does the health department want to offer to the public? What does other departments, what do they want to offer? Because we're going to have to be able to put that on the sign up page. So people see what options they have to sign up.
How many options are they going to have?
As many as we want.
So it could be every department?
Yeah.
It could be
Sure, if that's what you
There-
want.
mental health, and it could be wastewater treatment plant, and our lobby's going to be closed.
So if you don't mind, this is the landing page, and this is what I have built so far. So there's your name and your stuff like that. You can sign up for text or voice. So like for hearing impaired, you're gonna want to select voice that way, or text, that way you can get that text message. This will send to landlines, cell phones. You can have it emailed. You can add multiple emails, multiple phone lines.
So you can click text and voice?
Yep.
Okay.
And then if you see, like right here's what I have built: auditor notifications, commissioners, treasurer, probation, whatever you want. And then if you scroll down further, you can see sheriff's office, EMA.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
There's a Parks District, engineer for,
Spelled Moana wrong.
this is not live to the public yet. So
It's not Moana anymore. is it?
That's Fleming Falls now.
yeah, I think but when I built this a month ago,
Yep.
they hadn't changed.
Okay.
But, so like here's all the NOAA. So the civil engineer, civil danger warning, that's basically, there's a bomb coming, get out.
So should we put that on the emergency settings?
Yes. So you can do warnings. You can even do it I have it set from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. because some people don't care to get them, or they sleep at night and they don't want to hear these things going off. So, I mean, there's a lot of different warnings. You can even just set up for watches. And then we can also, you can put your address in there. This will tie in with our parcel data. So if let's say there's a tornado heading for a certain area, NOAA will just notify the people within the path of that tornado. Instead of like, if it's, Shelby gets most of the tornadoes. I live in Lexington. I don't need to know that.
So key into your zip code.
You can, yes, it will pick your address and notify you. Same, and I mean, Adam Gove, if he's blocking a street off and he just wants to tell people in that area, he just selects that point where that bridge is or that road or whatever, and then he can either draw a circle or he can make a radius of who he wants to notify. There's a lot of different things that you can do with this, but this is the landing page. This is what people will see when they show up or when they go to set themselves up. So
I agree. I like EMA and sheriffs have right to post emergencies and us, but we can do it anyway. And then everything else comes through me. And that's how you set up.
What is general? Richland County.
they built some of this stuff for me. So,
Okay.
so I don't know what general is. I think it's just general alerts is what they did. But
Good to me.
another thing, dog warden, I know that SC puts out there looking for,
That's gonna be an emergency.
okay, even if it bites somebody. That's what I was going for is,
Then if it's really an emergency, she can contact us or the sheriff.
it works for me.
But dog licenses,
Yeah, I wouldn't, no.
that wouldn't be
So you should, I don't, yeah.
Yeah, some of that stuff like dog licenses, that'll be on the county's webpage.
Right.
Yeah, I'm just saying that was
Right.
something, Bart can say, hey, taxes are due,
Yeah.
whatever, things like that. So it's not just for emergencies, it's for getting information out
Binders. Yeah.
to people. So like I said, it sends text, voice, email. We're getting ready to set it up for Facebook. So this will also go to the county Facebook page. So there's a lot that we can do with it.
Cool.
But Gary had an idea.
I was just thinking outside of the box is using the geo permits module that we've got for the approval process. And this will be for department heads, whoever's standing is to send a notification to you guys and you would approve yay or nay. You would then go back to the department yay or nay, and then they can go out and post. You can then also use it as audit against what you approved and disapproved to what they did do to see, are you following the rules? Are you not following the rules?
And every,
I mean, the way I look at it, you guys are the tech gurus. However you want to set up the process that's easiest for you and probably easiest for us is fine by me. So if you think that would work, I'm good with it.
Idea.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we're, it's like we're dying on a vine with any particular, as long as there's an approval process for non-emergency. And what we'll do is when the time comes, we'll pass a resolution allowing one commissioner to go and approve, right?
Hmm.
And look, it can all be amended or changed. If we find out we're getting a bunch of things and we don't want to be approving things, maybe we'll say, okay, we're going to allow you to do it, right?
Mhm.
I don't think it,
Or we might say. Yeah, let's have to.
I mean, I would be fine if you approved it or Cliff did it with me.
You finished with your departments?
no, not yet.
Okay. So I'm wondering if wastewater should be on there, because I know they've opened their lobby, closed their lobby for payment.
Yeah, we need wastewater. We can review all the county agent now.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to contact them? Because I have not reached out to everybody.
I can do
Reached
that.
out to certain departments.
Here Thursday.
Or we can.
Just add them. There you go.
Do what now?
Just add them. Right?
Having a department head meeting on Thursday.
Oh.
I can-
We can talk to our department heads.
Okay.
Do you want?
Yeah, I was gonna say, if
You
you guys
want me
need
to be
me, let me look at my
I
calendar.
think it'd be a good idea.
Yeah. I mean, I would imagine all the 9, we at least want all the 9 that report up through us to be on there.
The meeting's at 10:30.
No, I can't imagine HR would ever have an announcement.
Okay, you got yourself a meeting.
You never, yeah.
I can let you talk first,
What time do you want me in here?
10:30,
Okay.
and you can talk first. And then
Sherry, what was the procedure you're talking about using?
The geo permits module, we just implemented, we're just starting it. And what it does, you can have it internal or external. So in this situation, I would keep it internal between your departments. And, you know, your department head or whoever within that department who's charge of notifications would send a bulletin out to you saying, hey, you know, we want to post this notification of whatever. I
Yeah,
do.
so one of us would approve it or just-
Somebody would approve yay or nay, and then it would go back to that person and say yay or nay. And if they got a yay, then they can just go on out and post it to the WIN system.
It doesn't have to go through you then.
Out of doing that, it just kind of keeps you communicating with departments.
Fine.
I would say let them do it, but still have that approval. And if
Fine.
at some point, if you guys think everything's good,
And Matt, there's security then wins too, isn't there? How much they can do.
yeah, I can limit them. Like you guys couldn't send for sheriff's office. I could set it up that way. You know, Jason Larson can't send for any other office except for the Parks District. That is it. So like when he logs into the,
I would think we should be allowed because you never know, someone may get us and allow us to post for all, but other departments should be department owned.
yeah, and I was just.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Like a general thing. So we avoid the problem of having another department screw up and click the wrong button
Right.
and send it for somebody else. And then all those citizens are like, what the heck's going on?
So this would be a message only, text only, not.
No, it's voice.
Remember?
It's voice
Okay, text voice.
or email.
Ooh.
Any pictures?
Yeah, you can send pictures. We can send links. We can send all.
Just be on the lookout. You might want to.
Yep. We can even send.
Boat mirrors with this picture.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
So like, look out for this guy.
Yeah, watch out for this guy.
But like if you guys, like when we shut down, you guys had a press release, basically, we can tie that press release on there as a PDF and send it out, and they just click in their email or their text messaging, they just click a button and it'll load that PDF to their phone or to their computer. And then they'll be able to read exactly what you said. Now voice is not going to do that. It's actually going to say, hey, go to this link to look it up. So, and you guys can also record messages on there with your own voice. So we can put Tony out there saying stuff like,
Dude, suck.
Wouldn't be the first message.
but he said it.
Yeah, I think, Matt, I think the general feedback is commissioners, EMA and sheriffs can go out and post. Otherwise, you create the mechanism to make things easier for you. And one of us will approve. And again, it can be changed over time. This will be new. The beauty of it is it's built in. It's a click here, it's a click there as to who has permissions and we.
Yeah,
there.
It's very, very simple.
And as IT's building that, they can
Yeah.
get with Stacy and let her know what's going on. She can pass it on to you guys. And if you guys don't like it, or if you have another suggestion, you can pass it back.
I think this is really cool for the public.
Yeah, they'll
This is
like
Such a
I
big,
think it's well overdue. We're so far behind on this. I mean,
yeah, keeping people informed. So
Crawford and Morrow has it.
can somebody from outside the county click in?
Yes, you can, as a citizen, yes. So the people,
Not that, yeah, they can't send, but they can receive.
Right.
Yeah.
so like if you lived in Galion and you work here in Mansfield, yeah, you would definitely want to set yourself up.
Okay.
And we can sign it, like Crawford and Morrow, Marion, basically all the counties around us to the northeast and west has the same system. So it's set up kind of similar to what I showed you guys
They
on.
have it, they're operational?
Mhm.
So we're
We're way,
behind the other counties?
We'll pass them. Pass them.
and they're smaller than us, so.
What's the city got?
City uses,
They have something.
they do have something, it's actually a direct competitor of Winds that they
We
use.
gotta beat them, so this has to be better.
I think this is better. I demoed the other one, but
Good.
this is what I liked. Better for the county, I believe.
I got nothing.
So just come up with that approval process and the rules, send it to you guys.
Yeah,
Sure.
it's a great thing.
Okay,
Appreciate your time.
that's all I needed.
Guys, nice work,
Yeah.
Matt.
Thanks.
And I'll be here Thursday. It's in here, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Al, do you have any questions?
Yeah, remind me what WENS stands for.
Um,
And he just shut his
I
laptop.
just shut my laptop. Hold on one second. The actual company's name is Inspirian Logistics, but WIN stands for,
Went out the door, no.
bear with me just one second.
Well, NS, I would guess would be notification system.
Yeah, it's a wireless emergency notification system.
WENS.
Okay, what was the company again? Esperion?
Yeah, let me double check the spelling because I think it might be spelled a little bit different.
What's the cost of this?
What's the cost again?
This first year was prorated, so it was like,
We did approve this.
yes, this was approved already.
We talked-
It's 9,500 for this year, and then I believe it's 12,500
Yeah,
for
yeah.
2 and 3.
I'm trying to think.
It's a 3-year term, or a 3-year.
3-year contract.
Yes. What was the question?
Name of the company.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Spelling.
Bear with me. just-
What do you think it'll take to get this up and going with, you send us the process and
I think I like a week, so probably the second week of September. It stands for, it's Inspirian Logistics LLC. And I believe they're out of Canton.
Basically, even if it's not fully ready with all the departments saying, hey, I want to do this, or I don't want to be part of it, or whatever, we can set it up and add to it as we go along. You know,
I'm sorry, they're out of Akron, Ohio. But yeah, we can add and remove when we need to. So this is all based on when we do the changes.
we had discussion with other,
Spell Esperion?
INSPIRON.
Okay. And I'm assuming that somebody will make an announcement saying this is when this is going to be starting and how they can get into the system and things like that.
Correct. Correct.
I think that's all I had. Thank you.
are other departments aware of this, department heads? Kara Russell,
We're gonna talk about it in our.
That's why.
okay, but we haven't had that dialogue yet.
Yeah, some of
Not
them,
really.
some of them are, but some of them are not. This whole project started with Captain Sweat, the sheriff's office. And then it kind of went from there. We demoed this and we're like, well, shoot, we can use this for everybody. So originally this was an idea for the sheriff's office only, but the price didn't change no matter who we add to it. So it was still going to be 12.5 every single year, no matter what. So to get more money out of it, the more departments would probably be the best. But originally this was built for the sheriff's office.
The same price regardless of number.
Yeah, doesn't matter. I mean, it's actually based on the amount of citizens you have. We have 12,000 or 125,000 roughly in Richland County. And that's how the pricing's based. So it didn't matter how many departments, but the more it's going to be better.
10 cents. 10 cents a person or?
Basically.
Mhm.
I mean, it's not,
Isn't too many things you can buy for 10 cents.
no, not no more, not no more.
Any idea how other counties, what the participation rate is?
I can ask Scott.
Scott,
He was my sales rep with Inspirion.
how many people really link up?
After I found out about this, I actually signed up for Crawford County's system because I have family that lives there. So I actually ended up signing up. I don't know that, to be perfectly honest with you. I don't know that, but I can ask Scott maybe. And we will also see, there's reporting. So we'll see how many people have signed up from cell phone, email, voice calls, things like that. So we'll see how many sign up for each thing that we have, each notification.
Yeah.
So, and we'll see who it's delivered to, who it's not delivered to. Also the good thing about this is if a customer's having problems, if the citizen's having problems, they don't contact the county. There's a help page built right onto that website that we have where they can talk to WINS, and WINS will go in there and help them. So sometimes it's just, like they fat fingered their cell phone number or something like that. WINS will go in there and say, is this your phone number? And if WINS will, we also have that ability as well. But if there's an issue with it, we don't have to deal with the public with it. The company actually does. So it's kind of nice, takes our hands out of that part.
And you can get cell phone and text.
Yeah. Oh, she has, but
I could get email here at the.
Yeah. You can put as many email addresses in there and phone numbers in there as you want. So if you have a landline at home, you want a phone call to your phone, and you want to receive a text message on your cell, and you want to get an email, you can sign up for all three of those. And you can put your personal email address in there, your work email address in there, and it will send notifications to everything that you put in there. But it is also your responsibility that when you change a phone number or your email address changes, you have to go back into that system and change that information. And the public does have access to do that.
They can't respond back.
No. I set up a no reply, which I will check just in case there's something out there. I check all the no replies anyways for the county. So I'll go in and look and see if maybe there's something in there, somebody complaining about something, or they didn't get a notification. And then we'll kind of go from there with it. I also set up a fake phone number for it that cannot be dialed. So you can't call the number back, but customers can save that phone number in their cell phones saying county notification system, or however they want to word it. And then they'll know when that number pops up on their phone, it will say the actual phone number. So I think the phone number is 2040, but it does not work at all. So, but yeah, there's ways to help them out. Like I said, we can help them out if they mess up something, or they can just contact WINS themselves. So.
Okay.
Anything else?
Thank you. That's great.
I will be here Thursday.
We adjourned at 10:50.